the judges will deliberate. We'll bring the next finalist in, and you all play with that roll. Then you'll play. Then we'll take you out, and you're going to play 4 total bouts. 4 total bouts on the final game board, which you haven't seen yet. So,
Good luck.
You can go ahead and escort each of the. Yeah, escort them out. Go ahead and go to the cover.
Okay. You want to get the board right?
Yes, we're good.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
We already announced the final 4.
Are you guys ready?
Technical difficulties, but hang in.
Yeah! Are you guys ready? Yeah! We found the script perfect. It's not exactly that.
Are you guys ready to see the final board? Yeah! Woo! Yes!
Let's turn on the projector. Audience applause. All right. Are you guys ready? Okay, don't look again. Abigail is first.
When do you want?
All right, so please again check your cell phones. Make sure they're all off. Anything that will make noise. Just double check. And obviously be very respectful. Abigail.
I can take that off.
Yep. I'll let it know.
Wait, how do you press the record? Oh. I'm not very familiar with Right. This is exciting.
All right. Abigail, no.
All right.
Julia's first. All right, Julia. So a couple reminders. One, speak very loudly and clearly. The recorder's right there, but for the judges' sake, they asked me to remind you, William, in specific. So.
If they don't understand you, then they can mark you off.
Yep, I'm gonna step out of the way. Don't worry about it. All right, timer. Are you ready?
Yes.
Recorder.
Be sure you can see the timer.
Yep, I'm gonna step out of the way.
Okay.
All right. Your roll is 3, 8, 14. I repeat, 3, 8, 14. Knockout.
14 squared plus 3 to 0 times 8 to the 0 is 197. 14 squared minus 3 plus 8 to the 0 is 194. 2 to the 5th, scratch 2 to the 5th minus 14 to the 0 times 18 to the 0 is 242. 3 to the 5th plus 14, scratch. Let's see, 8 to the 8/3 minus, scratch, 8 to the 8/3 plus 3 plus 14 to 0, scratch. 8 to the 8/3 minus 3 squared plus 14 to 0 is 248. 3 to the 4th minus 8 to the 0 times 14 to the 0 is 80. 14 squared plus, scratch. 14 squared plus 3 squared, scratch. 3 to the 4th minus, scratch. 8 squared times 2 to the 0 times 14 to the 0.
Time.
You get the other one? Great job.
Right.
Hands spread out.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Abigail's next.
But we have to let them, they have to finish judging.
Okay, so wait 1 minute.
Yeah, don't bring her in yet. We'll tell you when to bring her in.
Sorry.
Oh, she did good. That board's hard.
I'm very tired.
You're mocking me, but it's hard. I know you could probably do it, but I'm the guy that'd still be doing the one flip. I ain't gonna film it. You guys have this as all the numbers, everything. I even have a couple numbers go through the pie.
If you do a specific.
What? Well, if you had these numbers, you could study these numbers. These numbers are basically worth $10,000. This sheet that I'm holding. Okay.
I might not have said this. There are no challenges in this round, so the judges are making sure that every equation she said is correct, and if it's incorrect, she won't get those points, but she's not going to be penalized if she gets an incorrect equation. She just won't get the points. So they're all checking that right now, and then once they come up with their final numbers, they'll make sure they agree with each other, and then we'll bring in Abigail so she can play.
Also, story time and stuff. So. History National Night. So we're sitting there, we're trying to find a theme song, right? And this is before we had the theme song. And that was my job. I'm sitting there like Googling theme songs for sale or whatever. I don't know what I do. But I'm sitting there. I start playing them all. And we all like hear that one. We're like, yes, that's it. So we're all like, perfect. I get the credit card from Mrs. Borens. I go to purchase it. I purchased the wrong one. And I purchased this like Mexican jingle. Like, yeah, I don't know what the video was, but it was awful. It was like $40 too. Like, you can't really return it. So you gotta purchase the song, because that way it's like it's your song. Spanish Rumble, that's what it was. So I felt terrible. I was like, oh my word, how am I gonna explain this to her? So I just purchased it again. Obviously, I let her know, and we purchased the right one. Ends up later we're making a video, and we need a little tune to go in the background, and Spanish Rumble worked out. What video is it in?
It's in the Kickstarter.
It's in our
Yeah, so
Kickstarter,
if you find the Kickstarter video, you can hear some Spanish Rumble in the back. I bought that. So you can thank me for the theme song and Mrs. Bortons for the credit card. So, yeah, this story time is Seth Lower. Wait. Does anyone else want to tell a story? A family. Okay, wow. So interview time, that's what this is. I am the oldest of 10. We live in Grand Rapids, Michigan, best state in the world. Grand Rapids, Michigan, we live on a farm out there. Hobby farm. My dad's a businessman, so it's a hobby farm. We got name an animal that's not a cow, and we probably have from rabbits to peacocks to goats to sheep. We show at the fair, and yeah, I love them. I'm closest. I'm the oldest, so the second oldest is my sister Paige. And we're pretty close. Any other questions? Oh man, just like 9 of them away. About a little over 2. Yep. And if you ever want to know, my biggest trophy I won at fair was Grand Champion Best Uttered. I'm like goat. So, that's my biggest one. I'm always like proud. Yeah, I go ahead the best uttered. What? Simon. Next to Lamar.
Did anyone know what that meant? I did.
Simons are the all white ones, and the Lamanchas are the ones with no tears.
I did not know that existed.
Yep. What? Sing you some. No. You heard me sing "Let It Go" earlier. So if you were in the room, you weren't.
It's a good thing.
Then they probably told me to stop it. Yep. No. You heard me sing. No. If you ever want to come to Michigan, I'll give you a tour of Grand Rapids. Come in the fall, because Grand Rapids is this thing called Art Prize. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. Art Prize, so the whole city becomes one big art venue. And people come from all over the world bringing their art in. And you can open up your business, and someone might hold up their picture in your window. Or if you have sculptures, it'll be all in the corners throughout the city. It's super cool for about 2 or 3 weeks. And then the winner makes, you get $500,000 if you win, and $250,000 if you get second, and $30,000 if you're in the top 10. So it's a big deal in Grand Rapids. The whole city just kind of opens up. So come in the fall, around September. Big difference, yeah, $250,000, a lot more than that. But it's pretty cool. It's a cool time for the city. I will sing, and you're gonna have to come and teach NGK with me at the CC campus. My mother does. So. Oh yeah, For sure. I'll even make sure you milk the goats. I don't have to. Oh, that's where the Grand Rapids bus is. Not biased at all. Does anyone here play sports? Like that's my favorite. Sports, what do you play? Soccer? Okay, I'm not good at soccer. But soccer? I saw the picture. Swimming? Oh, nice. I do swimming, but I don't do it. Basketball, that's my dude, right there. If you ever want to learn how to play rugby, talk to William over there. He's super good at rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can unicycle? That's a cool sport. I've never unicycled before. Can you teach me? Is it hard? How long did it take you to learn? 3 weeks. Wow, maybe we should pick random people to be interviewed. From Mandela. Does anyone not know what Mandela is? Mandela Fellowship? All right. So Mandela Fellowship is that's the group of us plus about twice as many. All the students you see here, the people that are kind of running the show tonight, we were part of a group called Mandela Fellowship or Mandela, whatever. Everyone has their own pronunciation. That was run by Mrs. Borton back here. I heard of it through my mother in classroom conversations. But it's meant as kind of like a gap year program between high school and college. Some of it does their senior year of high school, but the majority were between high school and college age. And it was really fun. We studied for 10 months together as a group. And part of it was an entrepreneurial program, which we just started a business. And so ends up, long story, we decided to start National Number Knockout. And it's history from there. So this girl, Anna Harvey, she basically runs the whole thing. They just give me the mic and tell me what to say. That's what the script is. But it was super exciting. You guys should definitely look it up and the fellowship. Unfortunately, we only have there were 19 of us. About 9 of us here, 10 of us here. So a lot of the kids went to college. This is finals week. But maybe next year, depending on when it falls, you'll see different. Maybe I won't be here, and maybe Alex, someone else will be here. So super exciting, and I learned a lot about things I didn't know I learned about, as far as how to grow up. Yeah, I would. Mrs. Boren, you know, I mean, I broke the windshield my first 2 weeks.
Get Abigail ready. Right, yeah, get Abigail.
Ready?
Are you saying that?
Oh, I don't know. Story time is up. No charge, no charge. Sweet tax on whoever wins the 10 grand. All right. All right, Abigail, you can see the board. It's 47 to 300. For the judges' sake, they asked, the recorder is right there, but they asked you to speak loudly and clearly. You did a great job in the fun round, but they just want me to remind you. So, timer, are you ready? Recorder's ready. All right, so your numbers are 3, 8, 14. Again, 3, 8, 14, knockout.
14 squared plus 18 0 times 4 0 is 197. 14 squared minus 18 0 minus 3 0 is 194. 8 to the 8 to the 8 thirds plus 3 squared plus 14 to the 0 is 256. 14 times 8 minus 3 squared is 75. 3 to 4 plus 14 plus 8 to 4 thirds is 111.
Time.
Good job.
All right, judges. You get my age, my bones start down to 19 good ones. No challenging this round.
Get one shot in 2K.
You run this one. You're the recorder.
All right. I'm going to count to 3. I want all of you to say N2K. 1, 2, 3.
N2K!
Woo! Now I want you all to say, math is awesome. 1, 2, 3.
Math is awesome!
I want to say 1, 2, 3. Hi, Seth. 1,
With
2,
extra loud.
3.
Hi,
All right.
I love being in.
Are you gonna do mine?
What?
I'm gonna do
No, I literally just don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. The off switch. Didn't shut off. Batteries ran out. Story time? You want on the story time? It's part of work. It's funny. Yeah. There's that. That's the funny part.
Tell us about high school conversations, how you came up with that, how long has it been around now?
That's it. Here, I got the mic.
So in 1997, we started classical conversations when my eldest son, who's now 32, was, I don't know, 12 or 13 years old. And I just knew I was going to always homeschool from the moment he was conceived. And my husband and I just thought it was a really good idea. We were not Christians, and that always kind of surprises people that back then. 1983, non-Christians were going to homeschool, but my husband's 10 years older than I am, and he was in his 3rd degree when I was getting my first in college, and he just could not believe how, he'd say, you guys are stupid. I did not know what happened to education in the last 10 years. So he was just really disappointed with the ability of the students, and he was just now looking back, I realized he was 10 years older than the rest of us, and that's why it was so much easier for him. But he just was like, what happened? What happened? And he was a very smart man. And so when Robert was born, I found out about homeschooling and told my husband that we should homeschool, and he's like, that's it, that's what we're going to do. He thought we could do a better job. So anyway, so we moved forward on that, and then in 97, whenever, so we knew we were homeschooling just forever, that was our lifestyle. So in 97, all his friends started going back to high school because people were intimidated homeschooling in high school. But so I invited a bunch of friends who were considering continuing homeschooling but were nervous, and I just said, how about if once a week I helped you? And so we started 11 students that year. I was going to take 12, and 3 years later we had 300 students on the waiting list. So I started inviting my friends who were committed to homeschooling to help me put together a program, and the rest is history. So I started mostly because, not just for my son's friends, but also I became aware of classical education at that point too. And then we were Christians by then, and just wanted to continue the teaching our children who the Word was just the most important thing to us. Who cares if they can do math and science and go to hell, right? I mean, you've got your priorities. And so we were just really convicted in that regard that we wanted to raise virtuous men and women if we had more. Kept having men. Getting more women. So anyway, so we just kept continuing with that, and then William and David are 10 years behind Robert and John in age. There's a 14-year gap. So in doing classical conversations with Robert and John, I realized how dumb they were, and that I had not done a good job, and I thought that I had because we were delving into classical material, and I mean I could barely read it, let alone expect my 9th grader to read it. Right? How many of you read the Aeneid in high school? In Greek? Yeah, not always. But anyway. So a bunch of us got together. That was at high school program. So a bunch of us got together. The Lord was good. 5 of my first tutors all had second families with the same husband.
We're ready. We need to go.
Okay,
Sorry.
go.
Bye. Finish the story later.
I'm still killing time.
Intermission.
Get them.
What?
Are you guys good?
Noah.
I'll finish that later. Part B.
Oh, snag them there. What? Oh, it's there. All right, Noah, this will be your board. It is 47 to 300. The judges asked, you have been doing a great job in the past. The judges asked you to speak clearly and loudly, if possible. Timer, are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. Recorder is ready. Noah, your roll is 3, 8, 14. Again, 3, 8, 14. Knockout.
3 to the 5 to 0 minus 14 to 0 is 242. 14 squared times 3 to 0. Subtract 14 squared minus 8 to 0 minus 8 to 0 is 194. 14 squared times 8 to 0 plus 8 to 0 is 197. 14 squared plus 8. Scratch. 3 to the 5th plus 14 is 260. Scratch. 3 to the 5th plus 14. Scratch. 3 to the 5th plus 8 minus 14 to 0 is 250. 3 to the 5th minus 8. Scratch. 3 to the 5th minus 14 plus 8 to the 0 is 230. 3 to the 5th minus 14. Scratch. 8 cubed minus 3 to the 5th. Scratch. 3 to the 4th times 14 is 0 minus 8 to the 0 is 80. 3 to the 4th plus 14. Scratch. 3 to the 4th plus 8 squared is 145 plus 4. Scratch. 14.
Time.
Just a reminder, guys, I'm not sure if anyone's doing it, but there's no exiting and going during the round. So if Ellie, you can make sure that no one comes in and out, that'd be awesome. Ellie's bouncing. All right.
Continue.
What did I say? I don't remember where I was.
I'm sorry.
Just rambling, killing time.
They weren't.
John and Rob were stupid.
Oh yeah. So all the other mothers I was with said the same thing, like, oh my gosh, we have to do this very differently. So then we started the Foundations program because we realized that there was just basic information that anyone should know if you're going to study higher level subjects. And we had not made sure our children absolutely knew that information. And kids learn the most as far as memorization and grammar when they're little. So we started the Foundations program and put into it all the things we knew they needed to know so high school would be easier for them. They could work differently. That's how it started. It was just a practical need. Did that answer your question?
How many different, what do we call it?
How many communities we call it?
Right.
There's over 1,600 communities right now. We're in 20 countries. We had 81,000 students this past year. We plan to have almost 100,000. If we have 100,000, we're going to have a big party because that'll be quite a milestone for us. So that means, so we don't have anybody that works with more than 12 students at a time. So the bigger accomplishment to me is how many mothers and fathers have stood up and said, train me, I want to do this too. And come feel, and then we have free parent practicums 3 days in the summer. We don't charge anything, and you can come and just practice the classical model with other parents. So we're interested in that.
And there's childcare.
And there's childcare.
I will be actually running that next week.
We will be there with them. So we have over 450 parent practicums this summer all around the United States. So I'll do whatever I can to help you to raise Christian children.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Yeah.
Kayak, swim.
Yeah. Was it true that you and Mr. Gordon like did math problems together for fun? Or?
We were engineers together, so it's kind of what we did for dating. It's math and math. I'm trying to think something funny. I'm going to make funny right now.
You know how many people would kill to be in the same room and ask for
You're
questions?
so
What do I do
sweet.
for fun? No, I play a lot of basketball when I can. Usually I'm working from about 9 to 9. So not a lot of fun time, but otherwise, I just like hanging outside. I guess the groups. Question.
Well, I don't know a lot about it yet, except that it'll have the same format as this. We haven't talked through. We're waiting till we got through this, and Anna, Harvey, and I will work on the actual competition format afterwards. But it will be on all 3 cycles of information, and it'll probably be for 8 to 12-year-olds. That's about as far as we've gone. You have suggestions? I'll be happy to hear. Yes?
Could it be open to anyone?
No, it would. The Memory Master competition will be only for classical conversation students. We have so many of them that are Memory Masters, and we'd like to honor our own students in that. Yes? Well, we'll do a similar process. They'll send in a video audition, but we'll probably be different because we're doing it right through CC. Is they won't be allowed to send in a video audition unless their parent, tutor, and director have already proofed them, right? And that they think that they're good enough to go on. Because one thing we don't want is so many thousands of videos that we have to just sit and watch on. We want to make sure they're really good if they're sent in. Is that what you meant, Ruth Ann? So we already had that process in classical conversations. Currently, we have Memory Masters. You've seen some t-shirts. Here's a Memory Master t-shirt on. Not that we had one yesterday. Someone here, stand up, show that to me. What's it say in the back? Somebody read her back. I can't read it from here. It's got a lot of words. Yeah. So what each cycle you can be a Memory Master, but what we're doing for this one is you have to want to be what we're going to call it the National Memory Master. That's why it's titled that way. Anyway, they'll be able to do all 3 cycles. It takes hours to prove someone in all 3 cycles. They learn so much. So we got to figure that out.
Julia's next one. You guys ready? Julia.
Okay, next one. This last but not least.
Yeah, Sophia. You already did these.
Last year, the judges were able to go faster because the board was a lot easier. So they're struggling too to make sure it's right.
All right, Sophia. So, if you're just speak loudly and clearly. You've been doing a great job in the past. Just the recorder's right there, so if you can speak a little loudly, that'd be a little loudly. That'd be awesome. Stand on the X. Just for recording purposes. All right. Here's your board. 47 to 300. All right. So, she's going to hold up your numbers for you. So your roll is 3, 8, and 14. Okay? 3, 8, 14. Knockout.
3 to 5 times 8 to the 0 minus 14 to the 0 is 242. 3 to 5 plus 8 minus 14 to the 0 is 250. 3 to the 5th plus 14. Scratch. 3 to the 5th minus 8. Scratch. 14 squared times 8 to the 0 minus 3 to the 0 is 100 and scratch. 14 squared times 3 to the 0 plus 8 to the 0 is 187. 14 squared minus 3 plus 8 to the 0 is 194. 14 squared plus 3 squared. Scratch. 14 squared plus 3. Scratch. 3 to 4 times 14 to the 0 minus 8 to the 0 is 80. 3 to 4 plus 14.
Time.
Well, here goes to CC. Pass the conversation. Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Will Mandela be happening again?
I'm dying soon.
So will be happening, just not know when.
Hopefully next year, but I'm not Don't hold me to it. I can follow one.
I'd be glad to.
I know, people do it, I know.
So I have a question for everyone. Who did you designate to get the $2,000 prize if you guys would do it? Your parents?
Me,
Your mom. Alright. Who didn't designate their mom? No. Okay, awesome. That's cool. Why did you pick your moms? Because they're the ones who teach you math. Yeah, that's who got you here.
They're not from the application.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. All
We
right.
didn't even know about the 2000.
What did you pick? Who?
Starfish Orphan Ministries.
Oh,
That's cool.
very nice. That's that's very nice. That was very nice.
Who would you have put?
Oh, it's I don't know, or Mrs. Borden's. She taught me something. I was in her class for years and years, or Mr. Marco, a teacher. Maybe my mom. But if I was 12, my mom. If I'm 19, who knows?
Did you love her less?
No, but because there have been so many people who have influenced me since then, who are worthy of it.
What number should we go next time? I have a number.
3.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3. What? 1, 1. That's you have to do. I can't do 1. 1, 11, and 19.
You
Nope.
get
I have a couple there.
I know, 5, 60.
5, 16.
3, 4, 50. Using the same word.
We should play a game of basketball and it could beat me. You get $50. If they don't.
The climb up here.
Sure. I
Are you guys done? Okay, go ahead. Get the
All
next
right,
one in.
we need Julia.
Julia.
Julia. That was all 4, correct?
Yeah.
Press the-
Start all over. Okay. At least we didn't change the board.
All right. IDC is the same word, 487-300. Ready? Timer, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Your roll is 2, 9, 17. I repeat, 2, 9, 17. Knockout.
17 squared plus 9 minus 2 to 0 is 297. 17 squared plus 9 plus 2 is 300. 17 squared minus 2 squared times 9 to 0 is 285. 17 squared, scratch, 2 to the 8 plus 9 plus 17 to the 0 is 266. 2 to the 7 times 9 to 0 times 17 to the 0 is 1.8. 2 to the 4, scratch, 17 squared minus 9 squared plus 2 cubed is 216. 17 squared minus 9 squared times 2 to the 0 is 208. 2 to the 6 times 9 to the 0 times 17 to the 0 is 64. Scratch, 9 squared minus 2 plus 17 to the 0 is 80.
Time.
Good job.
So their face, they're burning like 100 calories a minute. They are so, just you can see the face, they're so trying so hard. The thing that's hard is you want to tell them, look, everybody's struggling, but you can't say anything to them.
What's for dinner?
Okay, I'll tell you what's for dinner. Yeah, set a bit for dinner. So we'll have 3 tables again like last night, but 3 different kinds of food. On the every table will have dessert, drinks, rolls, and salad. And then we have 4 different meats. We have a baked ham, we have a pot roast, we have chicken Alfredo, and we have chili. So each table will have a different meat.
Chicken Alfredo's in the fridge in my room. I haven't eaten any yet.
Does anyone know any poetry they want to recite? I don't want to know.
Afterwards, we always swing dance and line plot while we do it. Always swing dance and line dance, so if any of you guys like to swing dance,
And if you don't, you will. Love it.
Yeah, we'll force it.
What has been your biggest surprise about National Number 9?
Me personally?
What has been the biggest surprise about National
Oh, we were talking about last year was like a miracle that it went off so well. So that was probably the most surprising thing. But the thing that's like the nicest is you guys, because there's been no problems. You've been very helpful. You've been kind. It hasn't gone quite right. I mean, Deanna had no issues with any of you meeting up with her on phone times. It's just gone so very, very well. So God's good.
and you guys are a lot better than I thought.
I have a math joke.
Oh.
Thanks to Aaron Slack, or if you're done, you can tell it.
Okay. What did the chord say when it didn't have enough time to be completed?
The chord is in circle.
I'll be just a seeking.
Oh,
I guess you
geometry.
answered that.
It's geometry.
Yeah, and
You'll
geometry.
get
I
it
mean,
if you get your chord.
Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know any jokes. You guys know any jokes? Math or not? Like someone? No.
Miss Flores, I think you should go check out the nice and
Round B.
What do you call it? 2 legs.
I've never heard that one. That's good.
I've never heard that. All right. Like Sophia or Rachel. That's a good joke. You guys have great jokes. Oh yeah, pass me the mic. Give me the mic. I always drop it. Blue one.
Drop it.
Another good joke. Good joke. Here you go. Some good jokes. Here you go. Joke.
I don't have any. I don't know what to say.
I think the second
An old man wanted to know if his wife had hearing problems. So one night he said, "Darling, can you hear me?" No response. He moved a little closer and said again, "Darling, can you hear me?" No response again. So finally he went up right to her ear and yelled as loud as he could, "Darling, can you hear me?" The wife turned around and she said, "For the 3rd time, yes."
I have another geometry joke. Why did the chicken cross the Mobius strip? To get to the same side. That's a geometry joke. Yeah, okay. Or like, yeah.
These are intellectual things.
You guys done? Yep. Okay, can we bring in the next one?
Oh, yeah, that would be.
Ellie. We're gonna start with Noah.
No, it's Abigail.
Abigail.
Oh, a second.
Abigail. Abigail. Boom, boom. Boom,
Are you
boom.
streaming? She's following you in terms of box around.
All right, Abigail. Again, same board, same spot. You ready? All right, timer, you ready?
Yes.
Board, Dennis, you ready? Perfect. All right, your roll is 2, 9, 17. Repeat, 2, 9, 17. Knockout.
17 squared plus 2t times 9 is 0 is 297. 17 squared minus 2 squared times 9 is 0 is 285. 17 squared plus 9 plus 2 is 300. 2 to the 8. Scratch. 17 times 9 plus 2 to 0 is 154. 2 to 7 times 9 to 0 times 17 to the 0 is 1.8. 2 to the 7 plus 17 minus 9 to 1 half is 142. 2 to the 7 minus 9 times 17 to the 0 is 119. 17 times 2 squared plus 9 and 1 half is
Time.
So the simplest way to explain classical education, if you don't know what it is that you teach your children to tell jokes. That's why all these kids know jokes, all these young people, right? Because think about what it takes to tell a joke. So I'll give you an illustration. And been on practicums, you might have heard this one before. So the joke is, what does Winnie the Pooh and John the Baptist have in common?
The middle name.
Sorry, I just blew my story. That's fine. So normally, how did she know the middle name? Why did she say that as an answer? John the Baptist, Winnie the Pooh. What did she have to do? Come on. She's even saying it. Yeah, right. You have to think it through, right? So if you didn't know who John the Baptist and Winnie the Pooh were, what was the answer you had in your head if she hadn't said that? What were you thinking? Honey. Okay, why were you thinking honey? Okay, so if you told a joke about John the Baptist and Winnie the Pooh, like, I don't know, in the middle of Africa or Brazil, and they haven't read those books, could they even understand what the joke was? Would their brain be pulling out other words? No. So you have to know words and their definitions and what they mean in the context for them. So that's teaching students grammar. And we do a lot of memory work in order to teach children how to get just words and ideas in their head. But then the second thing that you did is, since I second, doing it at the same time, you're like searching through your brain, trying to make connections of some kind, right? That's called thinking. So you have to know what the words mean, and then you think about the relationship to the ideas that you have. Well, that's called the dialectic. That's the second stage of classical education. And then the third stage is rhetoric, which is expressing information. So let me tell the joke again, and you say the this time, right? So what do John the Baptist and Winnie the Pooh have in common? Same middle name. Okay. So after you tell a joke, what do people do? Laugh. That's rhetoric. Right? You got a response. So when people laugh, what does that tell you about the joke?
Good.
They understood it, right? So communication is occurring. So that's what all jokes are. And so is there timing and presentation in jokes? You have to say it the right way, the right pace, the right beat. So that's what you have to learn to do to tell jokes funny. So if you go to like a comedy club, most people won't get many laughs because they don't really know how to work the audience. They don't really know what their goal is. They're not good at the timing. So presentation, rhetorical skills are what helps students learn to understand what do they have to do when they're speaking in order to connect with the audience. So if
you tell jokes and no one knows what you're talking about, like sequence and chords, it's not funny, is it? All right, so that's what we're doing. So we're trying to teach people, our students, how to put information in their head, how to think through the information, and then how to express the information that's in there. And pretty much that's just called thinking. And so how do you get information into your head? You have senses. What you touch, smell, taste, hear, see? Did I get them all? Right, yeah. We all have those, don't we? And so that's how all of us get information into our brain. And then we all have a brain. That's what helps us think. And then we all have our bodies that we express information from. So those are just characters to being human and learning. And that's what we do in classical education is we teach teachers and children how to identify, are you learning grammar now? Is this a dialectic issue? Or what's the rhetoric that you're trying to study? So like you guys think about when you're doing a math problem, right? What did you have to do for this game? How did you get good at it? Practice. What did you practice? It's math. Numbers. What are numbers? Okay. Is a number something that's on paper? But then what's a numeral? A numeral is something on paper. Do you know that? A number's not something on paper. That's a numeral. Numbers in your head. It's an abstract idea. When you write them down, you're writing numerals. Have you heard of Roman numerals? So is a Roman numeral 4 the same as an Arabic 4? Do you know that you write in Arabic? The math, yeah, numbers. Okay, so the numerals is the physical expression on the paper. The number is what's in your head. Does that make sense to you? So that's grammar. That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm teaching you grammar. When you learn something new, you gotta get to the fundamentals, the basics. So you guys, if we taught you a bunch of jokes and then you left and never told the jokes to anybody, and then came back next year and we asked you to tell the jokes, could you do it? Versus if you went and told 3 or 4 people and then came back, could you do it? See the difference? So you practice grammar just like you practice of anything, just like you practice scales or basketball or math. So history, Latin, cooking, sewing, knitting, all of it has grammar. It all has fundamental basic vocabulary and ideas that you practice. Right? Then once you are good at the grammar, let's pick something that we're probably not very good at. Any welders in here? Nobody knows how to weld? Good. I'll use that one. Okay. So I could get a welding mask and some welding equipment and some material they use to weld and some metal, and I could sure enough mess around with it and probably figure out how to weld, right? But wouldn't it be easier if I could communicate with the welder who knew the right words and the names of the tools and the equipment I had, and I asked him what to do and he taught me those words? So, and then if I did that, could I eventually learn? Oh, we're done? Yep. I'm going to do rhetoric later. All right. Ready for Noah.
Right in the X. As you can see, it's the same board, 47 to 300. All right, are you ready? Time, are you ready? Yeah. Ready? Perfect. All right, Noah, your roll is 2, 9, and 17. 2, 9, 17, Maka.
17 squared plus 9 minus 2 to 0 is 297. 17 squared plus 9 plus 2 is 300. 17 squared minus 2 squared is 285. And times 0 is 285. 17 squared minus 9, scratch. 17 squared minus 2 to 4 plus 9 to 0 is 274. 9 to 5 halves times 2 to 0 minus 17 to 0 is 242. 9 to the 5 halves plus 2 cubed, scratch. 9 to the 5 halves plus 2 squared plus 17 to 0 is 248. 9 to the 5 halves plus 2 cubed minus 17 to 0 is 250. 9 to the 5 halves plus, scratch. 9 to the 5 halves minus 2 squared is 239. 17 to 0 is 239. 9 to the 5 halves minus 2 squared, scratch. 2 to the 8th plus 9 plus 17 to 0 is 266. 2 to the 8th plus 17 minus, scratch. 2 to the 7 times 9 equals 0, subtract 2 to the 7 times 9 is 11, 7 equals 0 is 128, 2 to the 7 times 17 is 111, times 9 equals 0 is 111, 2 to the 7 minus 9 is 119,
Time.
Rhetoric. So after someone has taught me to weld, and I can teach somebody else to weld, that means I'm being rhetorical. That I transfer that information from someone else through me to a new person. So what you guys are doing when you learn things is you're either reading from a book, or your parents are talking to you, you're listening to the radio, or you're on the internet, or whatever it is. You're using your senses to get information in. You're thinking about it. And sometimes you go, why do I have to do this? Right? And your parents say, because I told you so. Or sometimes you go, oh, this is really interesting. Mom, did you know about this? Or I'm going to go hit my brother because I just learned something that makes me mad about him. And so you have some sort of reaction to what you have learned. And that's always the rhetoric. So it's just, if you were a machine, which you aren't, it's the same as input, processing, and output. Is that pretty much how everybody learns? Whether it's words or experiences, or whatever. So that's what classical education does. Is it teaches teachers how to figure out where's the student having issues. Because you guys have, maybe in math, another good example, where your parents like, I know my kid knows this. How come they can't do well on a test? Right? Well, it might be that you're very good at verbally expressing it, but you're not so good at writing it. So your rhetoric and writing needs practice. But your rhetoric and your verbal might be just fine. That help clear up some problems? So that's what the classical model does, is help people understand how we use our senses in our body in order to learn. So that's the trivium. Those are the 3 roads. Latin's trivium, grammar, dialectic, and rhetoric. Then what they were doing with mandala is the quadrivium. Quads, 4 roads. And so they were studying arithmetic, geometry, harmonics, and astronomy. So we moderns think of those as subjects, but all throughout the last thousands of years of history, they were thought of as arts, and they were called the 7 liberal arts. Some of you are old enough to have heard of that. And so the 7 liberal arts are grammar, dialectic, rhetoric. Sometimes dialectic is called logic, and then astronomy, arithmetic, harmonics, and geometry. So why those 4? Why would people study those 4 subjects as young adults? As professors? Well, the first 3 help you understand words and ideas. This is how we communicate. It's through the trivium. But the second 4 help you take those ideas and that information and apply it to the real world, to the physical environment that we live in. So if you think about it, where is this planet? When you answer, where's this planet? Where is it? Is it a galaxy? Where's the galaxy? In space? Can you define space a little better? Are there other words? Space is fine. In space, in the universe, in the cosmos, right? There's all kinds of words we use. So this planet is in the cosmos, in the universe. Okay, where do you live? Okay, which is on what planet? Which is in the cosmos and in the universe, right? So you're always studying astronomy, no matter what you are studying. You're always studying your place in the universe, or somebody else's place in the universe, or how an idea fits into this universe. So what's happened in modern education is we've reduced these big ideas to very little thoughts. But astronomy is only studying what's beyond our atmosphere. But the ancients would have understood that you were an important part of the entire picture, and you wanted to know your place in the universe. Right? So when you're studying astronomy, you're studying, or actually when you study anything, you're studying astronomy. Does that make sense to any of you? Okay. So why arithmetic? So most people think that's real important for the kids to be advanced and study algebra and calculus and differential equations and linear equations and Laplace geometry versus Euclidean geometry and just, all these highfalutin things. And then you wonder why most of us in America hate math, right? There's a disconnect. something's wrong. It's not America, it's around the world. People don't like math in general compared to other subjects. Well, my feeling is we push them too far, too quick, too soon. Your children may be able to understand a very high level concept in mathematics, but if they don't know numbers and love numbers inside and out, it's really hard for them to have internal motivation to keep studying math. And generally, they'll hit a wall. It's kind of like the whole phenom in sports, right? Your 14, 15-year-old's amazing at sports, and at 19, they're all the same. They're great at the violin, but at 21, they're all the same. So that happens too in music, and in other academic subjects. Math's one of them. So your children seem well advanced. Well, what will happen is they'll get 19, 20, 21 years old, and guess what? Everybody else catches up with them, and they don't seem so advanced. So what we do in the Quadrivium is we recognize that arithmetic is the foundation for all the forms of mathematics. And we focus very strongly on number sense and number skills and calculation, which is what you're doing here. Until somebody is on their own, they're ready to be dialectic or rhetorical in math. So I'll give you an example. Okay, so how many of you in here that are over 30 went through 12th grade? How many of you remember hearing something in math in Algebra 1 or 2 called the quadratic equation? Okay, how many of you could tell me it right now?
Gosh.
A couple of you. You want to tell me now what it is?
X equals -b plus minus b squared minus squared.
You got it right. So is that bringing back? Yeah, I'm here. All right. Okay. So right there, you see the classical model. He had this information in his head. He put in there earlier, and he expressed it to us. Why can you remember it, whereas the rest of us can't? What have you done with it between now and then? Ready? Oh, never mind.
My kids went through CC for a couple of years.
Yeah, and they had to memorize it. Okay, get Sophia. Go ahead.
Sophia.
Well, that's pure grammar for you, Tim. He told me he calculated the amount of paint he needed on Volvas regularly using an equation or something.
All right. Good job, last time. All right. Are you ready? Obviously, see it's the same board. So, are you ready? Ready? Okay. Yeah. Your numbers are 2, 9, and 17. Right? So 2, 9, and 17. Ready? Knockout.
17 squared minus 2 squared times 19 0 is 285. 17 squared plus 9 minus 2 to 0 is 297. 17 squared plus 9 plus 2 squared is 300. 17 squared minus 2 to the 4 plus 9 to the 0 is 274. 9 to the 5 halves times 2 to 0 minus 17 to the 0 is 232. 9 to the 5 halves plus 2 squared plus 17 to the 0 is 248. 9 to the 5 halves plus 2 minus 17 to the 0 is 214. 9 to the 5 halves minus 2 squared plus 17 to the 0 is 239. 9 to the 5 halves minus 2 to the 4 scratch. 9 to the 5 halves minus 17 plus 2 is 230. 2 to the 7 times
Time.
Good job.
Live stream. Up. Right?
This is like screen.
They were getting bored.
That's why I took you.
Oh, they're texting you saying what
They're
to say?
fussing at us. People up there know it's sighing relief when we turn to the camera to see the people.
I'll stop talking then.
No.
No, that wasn't. Just the nothingness. Well, they couldn't see Seth when he was telling stories. So.
They were
Oh, they
just
wanna
staring
see
at
the
Samuel.
story.
They're like, I'm going to give a play-by-play.
I'll sign it. I'll sell it for $5. Hi. You know, whatever. Want to flip the plates?
But you can blow it back up to that. So added value.
So do you want to have anyone at home
This is
who might be
board
watching this
design
who
too,
wants to
that's
hello to?
Oh, that's good.
Hi, Mom. If you're there, it's Anna. She's supposed to watch. She might not have hung on this long. Anyone say the alphabet backwards? Okay, we need to demonstrate. Wow, can you do it? My goodness. My goodness. All right.
Okay, I think I might be able to do it. Let's see. No.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it a little. Any adults? Want to give it a try? No? Okay.
Yeah, I know 35 digits of pi.
Oh, okay, let's hear that.
3.1415926535846264643383279550288.
Can anyone verify that?
Yes.
Abigail,
She can say 160 gigs of time.
I don't know if we have time for that. 58? Let's do 58 first, then we'll go up. All right, wow. All right, you want to do how many? 108?
I don't know, we probably haven't done it in a long time. 8.
Guys, you already did more than I can do. Good job. How many can you do? Or someone back there could do 100 something.
Abigail.
Oh, Abigail. I thought she was talking about you. Okay, well, maybe we'll have Abigail do that at dinner. Surprise her. Throw that on her.
How about how high can you double your numbers?
Okay, I can ask that.
Okay. How about you I'll start, yeah. You guys can finish me. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 6, 5, 12, 1,024, 2,048, 4,096, 8,196, 16,384, 32,768, 65,000. 32, sorry. I lost. That's another one to practice.
Anyone know the Fibonacci sequence?
What?
Connor?
1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Just do your
Yeah,
right.
you can just do
21, 34, 6, 55, 89. Something else.
Yeah. Okay. Wrap up. All right, we'll bring in the next student. I think it's Julia again. Seth, we're starting. It's just the first. Oh. Woo!
All right. Does that work? Are you ready? Sure. All right. Good answer. You ready?
Yes.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Cool. So your role is 3, 13, and 16. Again, 3, 13, and 16. Knockout.
16 squared, scratch. 3 to the 5th minus 13 to the 0 times 16 to the 0 is 242. 13 squared minus 3 plus 16 to the 0 is 167. 16 squared plus 13 minus 3 is 266. 16 squared minus scratch. 3 to the 4th minus 13 to the 0 times 16 to the 0 is 80. 3 to the 4th, scratch. 3 squared times 13 plus 16 is 133. 16 to the 7/4 times 3 to the 0 times 13 to the 0 is 1.8. 3 to the 4th, scratch.
Time.
This is the third one. Let's see what's on.
Are you gonna make it?
No.
That's an audience. We're gonna make it.
I don't know what you're gonna put it.
Tale of what not to do cards.
What?
Yeah.
I can see. They don't believe me. Got both.
Oh yeah, we need some singing. You are going to sing, right?
Just let it go.
So that's good.
All right. Let's see. Oh, so as a kid, I mean, I know if my mom's watching, she's gonna vouch for this. But we grew up on a farm, right? Anyway, so we had this rooster. We called it the killer rooster, like, or the saber-toothed rooster, whatever you want to call it. Literally, this thing was evil to the bone. I mean, we would be playing in the sandbox and it would like run across the yard and chase us. Never like hurt us, but chase us. And as kids, I mean, I was 4/1 on 12. I mean, terrified of this thing. So I'm like 12 years old, and we kept telling our parents that as kids, we kept telling our parents that we were terrified of this rooster. I mean, like if we had to go in the car somewhere, we'd like open the door and just book it to the car. Terrified this rooster would meet us halfway, and what the end consequences would be. I mean, what it would look on a gravestone would be killed by a rooster. But finally, the rooster attacked my dad, and once that happened, game over. So he hopped in the four-wheeler, and we live on about 90 acres. So he drove to the back, and he had the rooster in his hand, and he dropped it off. Just give the coyotes an early Thanksgiving, and hoping it would work. Us kids, to our great relief, felt like we were allowed outside again. It was awesome. And but about 3 days later, my dad asked me to drive out to the back and see if the thing was still alive or not, or what happened. I'm terrified to go, but he convinced me that I'll be on the four-wheeler, I'll be fine. He probably won't even be able to see me. He's probably dead, to be honest. Coyotes, I mean, they like chicken. That's what's fact. So I drive out there, looking around, searching for this thing on the back of the corner, about the farthest you can possibly get from my house. It's not that far, but in acres, it's pretty far. We're at the back, 90 acres, that's a long way. So we're in the back, and I see it. It's like this white rooster pecking the ground, about 20 feet away from me. Absolutely terrified of this thing. And so I'm like, I see it. It's time to go home. I put the quad in reverse, and it runs out of gas. Right there. I'm sitting up. I'm bawling by this point. I mean, I'm just crying. Positive I'm gonna die. I just turned around and just ran straight home. I mean, I was young. I wasn't exactly in shape, but man, I probably made it right up 420 and 410. I mean, it was fast. It was really fast. Young and my dad's. Oh,
Yeah.
are you ready? Oh, they're coming in. All right. So obviously you can see it. Same board. Are you ready? Sure.
Yeah.
That time ready?
Yes.
Judges ready. Sweet. All right. Your numbers are 3, 13, and 16. Again, 3, 13, and 16. Naka.
16 squared plus 13 minus 3 is 266. 16 squared, scratch. 3 to the 5th minus 13 to the 0 times 16 to the 0 is 242. 3 to the 5th minus 13 times 16 to the 0 is 230. 13 squared minus 3 plus 16 to the 0 is 157. 13 squared, scratch. 13 squared minus 16 plus 3 to the 0 is 154. 13 squared minus 16 minus 3 is 150. 3 to the 4th minus 13 to the 0 times 16 to the 0 is 80. 3 to the 4th, scratch. 16 times 13, scratch.
Time.
Good job.
Oh.
He didn't make it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It's pretty fast. It ends up that I made it home alive. And the following day, when my dad went out to verify, we found 2 things. One, he found a passed away rooster, and 2, he found that I had left the quad on without a battery. So he wasn't very happy. A nice long talk on how when even extreme circumstances, you turn the key off. That way he doesn't have to drive the boat and the tractor all the way out there with jumper cables. He dumped the car in the middle of the night. So, long story short, you got a dad. Drilled that one. So, that's my story about the saber-toothed rooster. If you guys ever get away with it, if you guys ever have a mean rooster, don't never been a fan of roosters. Anyone else have any fun stories to tell? Oh, you one?
I think it's encouraging for people to know how many kids are here because of somebody else who was here last year. I heard that there's 3 kids here who were taught by somebody who was here last year. And if all of you would go home and teach some other friends who might want to do this next year, that's how it happened.
Absolutely.
I think it's really cool that we've got 3 kids here. Somebody else
Are any of you guys raise your hand? You were taught by someone else? Boom, boom, boom. 4.
Wow.
That's awesome. It's a fun game. Yeah, we spent a long time trying to come to this. A lot of time. You should see how we first rules and some of this on what was cheap.
What was the first way to play? What was it like to choose?
Well, we just didn't have any. I mean, imagine we didn't really have any. The game has been around. What it's called, Board Slam. It wasn't in competition form. You guys couldn't really compete. And at first there wasn't anyone challenging. So what if you just said 1 + 1 = 200? You know what I mean? I asked me to come with challengers, and then we really liked the idea of challenging because you guys got to listen. You got to listen. Math isn't all just output. A lot of it's also input, like she was talking about. So there's a lot of things that came in last minute too. But just make sure there's more competition there, and a lot of fun. It's always more fun when it's alone than it is. I found that out.
We shored up all the other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't do it anymore.
But what was doing?
Classified.
You always like to listen.
Can't anymore. When you first started. I
It's actually
used to
like
always say
step on
random
his
equations.
competitors and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I would just say random equations and go right. Can't you now?
I was trying to
You really very good. Yeah, don't worry, you can't see now.
You guys have a favorite day board that you make yourself?
There's a board that we made that was 256 down.
All 256?
It was 256.
Okay, ready?
All right, ready?
One to 13.
Next one, Noah.
I'm pretty sure you can tell her this over out that they know what's next.
Yeah. All right. As you can see, still the same work. Are you ready? Ready? Timer ready? Yeah. Judges, you ready? Awesome. All right, Noah. Your numbers are 3, 13, and 16. Again, we'll repeat 3, 13, and 16. Marks, get set. Naga.
16 squared plus 3 squared plus 13 is over 266. 16 squared plus 3. 16 squared minus 16 squared plus 13. Scratch. 3 to the 4th times 16 is 1, so 0. 3 to the 4th plus 13. Scratch. 13 squared minus 16 is 1, so 0. 57. 13 squared plus 16 minus scratch. 15 squared minus 3 squared. Scratch. 15 squared minus 16 plus 3 is 0 is 154. 3 to the 4th minus 16. Scratch. 3 to the 4th minus 16. Minus 13 is 0 is 64. 16 squared minus 13 minus 3 to the 0. Scratch. 16 squared minus 13 minus 3 to the 0.
Time.
Good job.
That was pretty funny.
Does anyone have any fun plans tomorrow?
Go to Disney World. Universal Studios.
That's what I'm doing. Are you good with roller coasters? There's 2 of them that actually have to like shrug over the woman. You get to talk. It's true. It's the one that have you guys been before Universal? What's the one where like you ride and it has like the hard rock, the music? Oh, that has coaster or whatever? Yeah, that one. You'll see the behind you. Nope.
It's a hard rock.
Yeah, so you guys might not have struggled with that yet, but reality is coming. It's gonna hit you hard. Yeah, National Monaco actually scientifically increases your height. Still listen. Obviously, I played with that.
How long have you guys been playing? How did you play last year as well?
I didn't get in.
Okay, you practiced last year?
That's interesting to know. How many was that? 5 of you?
It's a lot of them, yeah. Like you play,
Well, no, I know those two. They've been.
Long one, yeah, that's awesome. How'd you find out about that when you knocked out? Parents told you about it?
Long.
Yeah. You know, Leighton, right? Yeah, Leighton. Leighton was here last year. He was second place. Yes. Noah Massey was third place last year. Isaac was in the top 4 last year. And Aaron, obviously, won. You guys have pets? They live on the farm like stuff here.
I have a dog and a turtle.
Turtle.
Do they get along?
My turtle's in his little like cage box all the
Don't
time.
put them together.
My dog's usually sleeping.
You ever lost your turtle in your house?
Never gets out.
He wants a raccoon.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Raccoons? Well, I mean, we have raccoons as pets. We actually have to, actually, they don't eat the chickens.
You have a snake. My sister has a snake. And one time, she had the great idea to watch a movie and just put the snake on her lap. So then, half an hour into the movie, she looks down and the snake's gone. In our basement, we had no idea it was. It took about 2 weeks to find it. So if you ever lose a snake in your house, Google has some great answers on what to do. But just take tape and lay it sticky side up on the ground along the walls, and you'll catch your snake because they just slither along the walls.
All right, get the next river.
That note.
Ellie, just get him.
It's Sophia.
Sophia.
All right, this is round 3 of 4. One more. All right. Great job. Obviously, it's the same board. 47 to 300. Are you ready? Okay. Are you ready? You're ready. Perfect. Okay. Your numbers are 3, 13, and 16. Again, 3, 13, and 16. Naka.
3 to the 5th times 13 to the 0 minus 16 to the 0 is 232. 3 to the 5th times 13 to the 0 minus the square root of 16 is 239. 3 to the 5th plus the square root of 16 plus 13 to the 0 is 248. 3 to the 5th plus 16 to the 3 minus 13 to the 0 is 250. 3 to the 5th plus 16 scratch. 3 to the 5th minus 16 scratch. 13 squared minus 3 to the 0 scratch. 13 squared minus 3 to the 0 minus 16 to the 0 is 167. 13 squared plus 16 to the 1 4 scratch. 16 to the 1 4 plus 2 times 3 is 6 plus 13 squared is 175. 16 to the 1 4 times 13 to the 3 is 178. 16 to the 1 4 plus 13.
Time.
Good job.
The last round before we win. This took a lot of fun. Can I get 8? Yeah, maybe like 2. Depends what numbers you give me. 2, 3, and 4. I get my numbers. 1 minute.
You can get them all in there. That's your time.
I can tell my 6-year-old daughter joke.
What?
I
Okay,
can tell a joke.
Yeah,
I like it. I'm on mic, but go for it.
She's 6 years old. Yeah, she likes to tell this joke. Why does a TV cross the road?
I don't know.
To become a flat screen.
That's a good joke if you're watching. That was a good one. What?
Said all the ones I know are playing.
Well, we won't ask you for it.
Are they funny though?
No, because everybody knows them.
Literally, I've sent Laughing Daffy's. I've never sent them, but. You guys know like Laughing Daffy jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're.
So many of you guys have competed in any other math competitions? Anyone? Or competitions in general? Alright, what have you done, Connor?
Math competitions.
Nice.
Cool. Maybe.
I've been to speech and debate tournaments.
Ooh.
Do you want to present a speech or a debate right now? No? Alright. Ethan?
Junior Bible test.
Oh,
Oh, man. Like the Bible beat? Oh, yeah.
Spelling bee.
Alright, so you're pretty good speller?
Medium. That's the state level.
Okay, he's a pretty good speller.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Can you spell
Spell check was always good. for me.
knockout?
Alphabet, K, and
Just look at their shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It has silent letters, so I thought it would be hard, but you knocked it out of the park. Good job.
You're so cheesy.
I tried. I have a story. So my name's Anna Harvey. I'm just gonna tell this because I'm really proud of this. It's not true. I believe it. So the first proven Harvey relative came to was in the Virginia area in the 1770s. I don't know the exact year. They done? No. Okay. And about 40 years before that, in the 1730s, there were some pirates roaming the high seas, John Harvey and Mary Harvey. And they were, of course, wanted by every government because they were cutthroat pirates, pillaging all of the vessels and towns along the coast. So one stormy night, Mary Harvey was captured by the British Navy. And John Harvey was not captured, but Mary Harvey was sent to the province of Carolina to be tried, but they didn't kill female pirates. They didn't hang them. So she was just banished to the province of Carolina for the rest of her days, away from England, her homeland. So my theory is that Mary Harvey and John Harvey then had a son named John Harvey, who is the first proven Harvey relative. That probably means nothing to any of you, but pirates are kind of awesome. My favorite books are all about pirates. Has anyone read Treasure Island?
Oh, yeah.
Or I guess boats. Cane Mutiny, it's kind of big. Good one, no. What's your favorite book? There's a question. Do you want to read a lot?
Harry Potter.
Ethan?
I have a favorite series, but not a favorite book.
Okay, the series.
39 Clues.
Okay, never heard of that. Has anyone else heard of 39 Clues?
I don't get it. My favorite book series is the Percy Jackson series.
I've read some of those. Nice.
Book the Life by John Graham.
I don't know that one.
I like The Hobbit.
Hobbit's good.
I read that many. Yes.
Series
Good call. I don't know those, but I'm sure they're good.
Anyone else? Favorite book?
What?
It's The Hobbit. All right, you and Seth can be buddies. That's his favorite. All right, how you guys doing over there? Okay. Okay, what's your favorite song from the 16th century?
What?
I don't know an answer to that question.
We got ready?
Are you guys done? Yes. Oh yeah, next.
All right.
Julia.
Could be the last. Go wrong ahead. All right. You get the same board. Are you ready? Sure. Let's get positive yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Time, are you ready? All right. Judge, you ready? All right. Your numbers are 4, 7, and 15. 4, 7, 15. Knockout.
Okay, 15 squared plus 4 plus 70 is 230. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 70 is 242. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 7 is 248. 15 scratch. 4 to the 7 halves times 70 times 15 is 128. 4 to the 7 halves plus 7 squared. Plus 15 scratch. 4 to the 7 halves minus 7 scratch. 7 squared minus 4 to 1 half times 15 to 0 is 47. 7 squared plus 4 times 15 to 0 is 15. 14 times 7 to 0 times 15 to 0 is 64. 14 plus 7 times 15 to 0 is 71. 15.
Time.
Do any of you have weird collections or cool collections like coins or stamps? I guess it's cool. What countries do you have those from?
Afghanistan, I have Euro bills.
Got any from America?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
What about Australia?
I think I have a coin. I have a coin collection by my dad. He had some other coin collection that is much nicer from all different countries. They're like square coins and coins that are different colors and different parts of it. Wow. Yeah, he has some interesting. I also have a rock collection.
Miss Lucera?
I have
One of our judges just collects golf balls. You just collect any old golf ball or bacteria? Okay. Do you live near golf courses or?
No, just a lot of
Okay. Then that makes it cool. You have 30 and there's no golf courses. Even.
I have a coin from Vikings.
Oh wow. That's pretty cool. I've never seen one of those in person. We were talking about collections that you might have. You collect coins. So I'm sorry? Okay. Do you have your hand up in? Okay. I have a casual coin collection. It's not serious. Right now, I have all the state quarters and stuff. Right now, I'm just trying to get coins every year. All of those times.
Guess how much money you have if you have all the state quarters? How much is it?
If you have what?
All the state quarters and like both.
I have no idea how much.
$50.
Well, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, cool.
I have quite a few silver quarters that were from a while ago. And so.
You ready over there?
Who's been on all 7 continents?
Have you?
No. Who's been on 6 out of 7? 5 out of 7.
You
So raise your hand higher. Which ones? Which ones have you not been on?
Australia and
Very good.
Daddy, how many pockets?
That's what I want to hear. The $10,000 is going to go to something like.
Going to Arkansas.
Yeah, and the biggest one touches the world. Next, I'm going to take my mom to Mexico. Or
Alright, this is final round for two. The final
They're all
round.
up
One
to
final
these.
round.
All right. This is the final round. Are you ready? 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 Sure. Okay. Your numbers are 4, 7, and 15. Again, 4, 7, 15. Knockout.
15 squared. 15 squared plus 4 times 0 is 230. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 7 to 0 is 243. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 7 is 248. Four to 7 has 10 7 to 0 times 15 to 0 128. 4 to 7 has minus scratch. 15 times 7 times 4 to 0 is 105. 15 times 7 scratch. 15 times 4 minus 7 is 53. 14 times 7 is 0.
Time.
Do any of you guys play instruments? Or dance or anything like that? Piano?
Yeah, I played
Piano and a little bit of tennis.
Tennis, that's a good one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play piano. I teach myself a little bit of violin.
Cool. Anyone else?
Oh, yes, Sam's there.
Oh. Does Abigail play instruments as well?
Yeah, she plays the piano, violin, ukulele, guitar, saxophone.
Oh my goodness.
Very a lot.
Pretty musical. Can any of you guys do a Rubik's Cube? I saw some of you playing it out there. What's the biggest or smallest Rubik's Cube you've ever done, or the most complicated one?
The one is the smallest. One keychain. And probably the most complicated would be
The one.
well,
have you actually done it before?
there is some it's like a 12 by 12 but a hexagon. And someone fused 3 of those together, so I'd say that's the most complicated. And the biggest is probably a 20 by
Have you ever done a 20 by 20? Yeah.
20. I can solve this 4 by 4 I'm halfway to being able to solve.
What about you, Connor?
It's like he said, the most complicated is like he said the hexagon, but I think someone who's like putting them together somehow, and then but the biggest someone used like I don't know, like 16 20 by 20s.
Wow. What's the biggest you've done?
5 by 5.
5 by 5. Okay.
The best I can do is 1 by 1.
I can do 4 by 4, but I can't do any of the others.
How about 1 by 1?
Yeah,
How about a 0 by 0?
Yeah, I don't know. Can anyone do a 0 by
How
0?
about a -1?
No. Okay. Moving on. Anyone else? Rubik's cubes.
Oh, there's this they're called the gear cube, or whenever you twist it, all the sides change too.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how hard that would be.
You ready?
Think they're ready. Okay. I'm gonna bring in Noah.
Ice
Say it like
Man.
All right, Noah. Ready? Ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. For the final round, you do 3 numbers. Your roll is 4, 7, and 15. Again, 4, 7, 15. Knockout.
15 squared plus 4 plus 7 is 0 is 230. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 7 is 0 is 232. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 7 is 248. 4 to the 4th plus 7, scratch. 4 to the 4th plus 15, scratch. 15 times 4, scratch. 7 cubed minus 4 cubed, scratch. 4 to the 4th plus 15 minus 7, scratch. 4 to the 4th minus 7 plus 15 is 0 is 250. 4 cubed times 7 is 0 times 15 is 0 is 64. 4 cubed times 15 is 0 plus 7 is 51. 4 cubed plus 15 plus 7 is 0 is 87 squared times 4 is 196. Plus 15 is 0 is 197. 15 squared minus 4 squared minus 7 is 0 is 109. 15 squared minus 7 is 0 and 4 is 0 is 222. 15 squared minus 4 minus 7 is 0 is 216. 15 squared minus 4
Time.
Just because she missed it doesn't mean they died.
No, they-
Sing, sing,
7 hours.
sing, sing.
He actually isn't terrible.
That's
Oh,
the first
another
compliment
thing-
I've ever received from Sam. I lived with him for like 10 months.
You earned it.
Last year we gave a performance because in Mangala we studied. We had a choir and played instruments.
Was he in it?
He was in it. He was a nice tenor. But we're not doing that this year because we haven't practiced in
And we only have half the students.
12 months.
No.
What?
Let it go.
I might say let it go, but maybe if it was going to happen at all, it's going to happen after dinner, and you guys will have to be very participational in the line dancing.
Okay. Does anyone here have a line dance? Do you even know what that is?
Line dancing.
It's
There's nothing
simple.
that sets me up.
No, you dance in a line. I mean,
It's pretty. Yeah, it's like.
Self-explanatory.
I don't know any of the names of the common line dances. Like
well, you like bus stop.
Electric slide.
electric slide. There we go. That's one.
Are you
Dance.
good at land dancing?
Yeah,
It's
done
as easy as getting
4
a
times.
with it
So
too.
not very good. I'm sorry.
It's as easy as getting a
It's what?
Getting a 3 with it too.
For national number knockout, you make the analogy.
Okay. Sure. Have you guys ever contra danced? You know what that is? No. Square dancing. Square dancing. Cool. Swing dancing. Ballet. Ballet. Tap dancing.
Did you any break dance?
Jazz. Cool. Break dancing. Right. I think I'm out of questions for right now. All right, so how about everyone goes around and remind me where you're from, what state you're from, because I don't remember.
Florida.
How far away do you live, Manny?
Walking
Yeah.
distance.
Okay.
California.
California. All right.
Michigan.
Rochester, Minnesota.
Hey.
Is there a couple things? Where you from? Illinois.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Good state. Isaac. Pennsylvania. Wisconsin. Kentucky. That's right. Because you know Layton. Jensen. Minnesota. Okay. Is that everything? Nope. Brady. Alabama. And Nathaniel. Oh, you already did? I don't remember. I already forgot. Michigan. That's a good question. Yeah, we're gonna need a break to put all the tables up.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
550.
Yeah.
550. Yeah, okay, so we'll see you at 6:30.
Oh, no, it's not. I spent then.
Well, they'll just.
6:30 we'll know.
Yeah, we don't enough. So.
No, which time are we gonna do it? Earlier. Remember?
That's what we announced, we actually do the awards.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can just. But yeah, we can say that. And for the judges too.
So they're just 2 lost 500.
I don't know.
So I guess 16 to the 10th, divide by 500 and go to the 20th.
4 is the answer.
You solve the problem one by 16.
Probably all 10 tables.
I think I'll do something hard.
Oh, okay. Okay. 1,000 just take it. It's 10,000.
What?
Like 1,000.
So they need to be fun.
4.
Four.
He's loud. Yeah.
The order and time frame.
So, good work.
How many students?
All right, so we're gonna after she comes in, we're gonna take 10 minutes or 15 to set up the room. She's gonna decide. I'm gonna say ask Anna, and they're gonna just make sure all the scores. We're gonna then, when I announce the winners from last to first, we will announce every score they had in that round, right? Then we'll announce the winner. So we'll give you probably 10 minutes or so. We're gonna announce the winner. Then there's gonna be a short break. No, straight to dinner. Okay, we're gonna go straight to dinner. You guys can definitely join us. Otherwise, you guys go back to the room. You're gonna be back here.
We don't have the salads and the meats and stuff here. We need like a 20-minute break.
Okay, 20-minute break. Then we're gonna have the award ceremony. So you'll know the winner, and then that person will get the check at the award ceremony in the evening. So you guys can definitely. Yes. So our time schedule has been a little messed up, so I have to answer back so on the schedule we put 50 minutes down for the 50 minutes.
Okay, they're ready.
They're ready. The last one. All right. This is the last one. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Awesome. We're getting better at this. All right. I'm going to give you 3 numbers. I'm going to say that again. So, your 3 numbers are 4, 7, and 15. Again, 4, 7, 15. Knockout.
1 to 4 plus 7 plus 15 to 0 is 250. 4 to 4 plus 7. Scratch. 4 to 4 plus 15. Scratch. 4 to 4 minus 7 and 15 to 0 is 241. 15 squared minus square 4 plus 7 to 0 is 223. 15 squared plus 7 to 0 is 230. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 7 is 248. 15 squared plus 4 squared plus 17 is 242. 15 squared minus 4 to the 3s plus 17 is 216. 15 squared minus 4 squared minus 17 is 209. 4 to the 7 plus 15 is 17 is 128. 4 to the 7 plus minus 7. Scratch 4 to the 7 plus 15. Minus 17 is 142. 4 to the 7 plus minus 15.
Time.
Right. So the only
Let us just, oh, they'll just be dismissed now while we finish and clean up.
So that concludes.
So come back, so dinner's not super late, 6:15, it's time to come back.
Yeah.
6:15. Okay, and I'll give you 20 minutes while we finish.
You guys definitely go get your kids. We're gonna adjourn here at 6:15, and that's for dinner.
And yeah, everything.
So we're announcing the winner.
Okay, so Gordon has my key, I have no key, but all the.
No, we're gonna announce the winner. We're gonna give the person check.
Yeah, grab Ellie.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that. Who's taking care of the set up this?
I go get. Oh,
Yes. I don't know what I'm supposed to be. Yes, but how? Okay. Yeah. I do.
Yeah, it's streaming. You wanna come say hi? Come on. Say hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa. And you wanna come speak to the webcam?
yeah. This is in the string room. Go straight. All right. I've just been appointed as your person to say goodbye to all of you. Thank you for watching the stream. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and you can tune back in later to find out who actually won. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Can't kill the stream. So I guess it's just going to keep going, and then we'll announce the winners, and you guys will find out then. Anyways, thank you for watching the stream.
Yes. You can do that. If you need stuff from us, you can do it in English or Google. So yeah, if you need anything or ideas, what to do, you can initiate that conversation. I will think it's a great
I'm not trying to pressure you or
Okay,
anything.
I gotta talk to them. Okay, so welcome back. If you're watching this still, then good for you. But we're actually gonna cut the stream now, and we're gonna we're killing the stream because we can't leave up all the equipment right now. And so if you want to find out who won, check our Facebook page tonight. We'll upload a video and we'll say who the winner is, or you can talk to anybody that you know that's actually at the event. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. God bless you all.